Hello friends, I am your friend Vinod Prabhu and I welcome you once again to your channel 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you're in the right frame of mind to crack time and work questions. So this playlist has time and work videos. If you haven't watched the initial videos, I suggest that you please watch them. And in this video, which is the fifth video in the playlist, we are going to look at questions of the type joining and leaving. So what does it mean? It means when some people are working, a few of them join later or a few of them leave in between, and so the time required to finish the job changes. We'll have to find that out. Okay, so this is about the joining and leaving type of questions. Let's look at this. A can complete a work in 18 days and B can complete the same work in 24 days. If A and B start together and A leaves after 6 days, find out how many more days are needed. So the key thing to remember is how many more days. After 6 days, how many more days are needed to complete the work. Let us see. A can complete in 1 day's work. So A's 1 day work is equal to 1 by 18. So A and B start together and A leaves after 6 days. So in A's 6 days work is 1 day work into 6, which is 1 by 18 into 6, which is 1 by 3. So A in 6 days finishes 1/3 of the work. Okay, and he leaves. He or she leaves, right? So A leaves. So this is the work that is done by A. Only 1/3 of the work. Now how much is left? 2/3 of the work is done, is left. And 2/3 of the work is to be done by B. You might say, oh, but B is also working from the beginning, right? Yeah, we'll take that into account. 2/3 of the work is to be done by B. 1 unit of work, full unit of work is done by B in 24 days. 2/3 of the week is done in X days. X is equal to 24 into 2 by 3, which is 16. So B needs 16 days to finish the work. Why? A is working for 6 days. In 6 days, A does 1/3 of the work. So which means B has to do 2/3 of the work from the beginning. So to do 2/3 of the work, B needs 16 days. He's working from the beginning, right? So from day 0, okay, so it is here. So day 1 they start working. Day 1 to day 6, A is present. B is working from day 1 to day 16 because he needs 16 days to finish 2/3 of the work. So how many days, how many more days does B need to complete the work is this much. The answer is not 16 days from the beginning or 10 days after A leaves. Anand and Babu can complete a piece of work in 8 days. After 4 days, Anand stops. And if the work is completed after 8 more days, so Babu alone will need how many days to finish the entire work. So it starts, so day starts here, right? Just give me a minute. Anand and Babu, the first 4 days, okay, 4 days, we have Anand plus Babu, and then the remaining 8 days, we have only Babu. There are two ways to solve. We'll look at both the methods. So Anand and Babu complete a piece of work in 8 days, which means in 4 days, how much of the work is done? Half of the work is done. Half of the work complete. Now this is done by both A and B. Now only B works. To come now, half work is done, so half is pending. So for the second half of the work, B needs 8 days. So it says 8 more days. So this is 4, and then B needs 8 more days. So for half of the work, if B needs 8 days, for the full work, B needs 16 days. So you put that in the equation. A plus B in 1 day will do 1 by 8. So we know if A takes in 1 day does 1 by x of the work, B does 1 by 16 of the work, and it's 1 by 8. 1 by x is 1 by 8 minus 1 by 16, which is equal to 1 by 16. So A also needs 16 days. For the full work, B needs 16 days, A also needs 16 days. Balu alone, working alone, will need how many days to finish the entire work on his own? 16. B or A also. If A was working alone, he would have taken 16. Let's look at another example. We'll use this diagram and look at another method of solving this. Okay, so for the first 4 days, I have A and B. The next 8 days, I have only B. Let us say A's 1 day work. I will put it as A. So A plus B, they will work. A is 1 day's work of A, B is 1 day's work of B. They will work in 4 days. They will do this into 4 plus B is 1 day work into 8. That is when the work gets completed, right? First 4 days both A and B work. So A plus B into 4. Next 8 days only B works. So B into 8. What is it equal to? This is equal to 1. Work gets completed. The second equation is they can complete a piece of work in 8 days, which means A plus B is 1 by 8. A is 1 day work plus B is 1 day work is 1 by 8. So if I substitute that here, 1 by 8 into 4 plus 8B is equal to 1. This is half. B is equal to 8B is equal to 1 minus half, which is half. B is equal to 1 by 16. So B needs 16 days to do the work. And you substitute that here. Even A also needs 16 days to do the work alone. So there are two methods to solve this particular problem. In this question, Anand can complete the work in 12 days and Bablu can complete the same work in 24 days. They both work together and the more inefficient worker stops working after 4 days. How many days from here does the other worker need? First of all, this person can finish in 12, this person can finish in 24, so this is the inefficient worker. He stops after 4 days. So for the first 4 days, both Anand and Bablu work. And after this, Anand alone works and we don't know the number of days he takes. And let's say it gets finished here. One way to do this is, let us say if Anand and Bablu are working, what is the fraction of the work done in 1 day? Anand plus Bablu's 1 day's work. We will do 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24. 3 by 24, 1 by 8. Okay, which means in 8 days they finish the work. 1 day they do 1 by 8 of the work. So, but they are working together for 4 days. 1 day they do 1 by 8. In 4 days they do how much? 4 into 1 by 8, which is half. So half of the work is done in 4 days. For the other half, only Anand is working. Anand needs 12 days to finish the entire work on his own, to finish 1 unit of work. But after 4 days, half the work is done, only half is left. Which means Anand only has to do half the work. In 12 days, if he does the full work, how many days does he take to do half the work? 12 into half, which is 6 days. So he needs another 6 days. Anand needs another 6 days to complete the pending work. Let's look at another method. Anand and Bablu, the same question. So Bablu would work for 4 days. In 1 day, Bablu does 1 by 24. In 4 days, Bablu does this into 4. Plus, Anand is working for 4 days for sure, plus another X days. This by 12. So why did we do this? See, Bablu's 1 day work is 1 by 24. How many days is he working for? Into 4 days. So that is the total work done by Bablu. Anand's 1 day work is 1 by 12. How many days is he working? He is working for 4 with Bablu, but then he is working for X more days alone. What should that be equal to? That should be equal to 1. So this is Bablu's total work. Bablu's total work. And this is Anand's total work. That should be equal to 1. 4 by 24 is 1 by 6. Plus 4 plus x by 12 equals 1. If you take the LCM, We get 2 plus 4 plus x by 12 equals 1. 6 plus x equals 12. We get 6 plus x equals 12. 6 plus x equals 12. X is also equal to 6. We need 6 more days for Anand to complete the pending work. So in this video, we looked at questions on the pattern of people starting the work, joining the work late, people leaving the work early, and how the answer changes because of their joining and leaving. And if you felt that this particular concept after watching these videos is simple, please click the thumbs up sign, click on the subscribe button on our channel, and then click on the bell icon so that you keep seeing videos as we post them. Share it with your friends, and if you have any doubts or you want to appreciate us, please put it in the comment section. If you need more practice, please visit our website www.7senstalent.com, sign up and log in, and then utilize the free resources that are available there. So thank you once again for trusting us to be your partners in the preparation, and we wish you all the best in securing your dream job. Thank you.